Hello and welcome everybody. This is Head and Shoulders ATR and you are listening to Track Talk Radio number 3. Track Talk Radio is just something for you to sit back, relax, and enjoy the messaging here. And so today's topic, we're talking about Caterine Ibarguen from Colombia, who just retired the previous season after being injured, finishing 10th at the Olympic Games, and the new mantle for the women's triple jump, Yulimar Rojas. All right. Now, interestingly enough, the world record for the triple jump is actually 15.67 meters. All right. And Rojas actually just jumped 15.41. And she holds the indoor world record for that. But I believe that the indoor and outdoor are supposed to be the same, or maybe that just applies for pole vault. But as far as that, it's the 15.43 meters, which she set in Madrid in 2020. So she's very, very close to her own world record. I wonder if she gets it at the indoor world championships. But before that, let's get back to Ibarguen. Her best jump was a 15.31 meter triple jump back in 2014. Now, for those that don't know her, she was pretty much dominating the world stage. She's one of the 4 athletes that have been able to actually compete at the Diamond League finals, and actually get first in 2 events, because she did I believe she got first in the long jump and triple jump. But she used to do the high jump, long jump, and triple jump, as a lot of these athletes actually do. Rojas actually did the high jump, long jump, and triple jump at one point. And of course, they start going toward the event that they're best in. And I think she thought high jump was her best event because she actually would get first in that more often during her youth. I'm talking about Ibarguen here. But she got second at the Olympics back at the 2012 London Olympic Games. And then from there, she had a slew of world championships, the 2013 world championship win, 2015 world championship win. Then she came and got the gold at the Rio Olympics in 2016. So she's always been pretty flamboyant. If you look her up, as far as that, I might choose a static image for this Track Talk Radio as far as one of her more flamboyant ones. But she would bring out a hat, and she would be the person that's an entertainer that's out there. You kind of see some others like Davis, that's currently there. By the time some of you guys listen to this, she might have been married, so her last name will be most likely different. But Davis for the USA, she's out there in the jumps, and she's very entertaining when she's out there, very expressive in the face. This is where Ibarguen really shined. And a lot of the field eventers, they kind of are a little bit more eccentric, a lot more entertaining, like, because it's like, okay, we're doing this, and we got to entertain the crowd as they're out here. So that's what she's done. Then she got second at the World Championships to Rojas in 2017. Then she got third in Qatar in 2019. Now that third, that was so close because she was actually in the lead. This was a real battle. Same thing with that second. It came down to the final jump in 2015 in Beijing. 2017 in London. But in the World Championships, it was still anybody's game. And we were thinking that she was maybe going to go 15 something because that's what it would have taken to win. Just like she did at the Rio Olympic Games, 15.17 meters. But she's been a dominating force. And if you look at the Diamond League, she's one of the 4 athletes that has been able to actually get a first in 2 separate events. It's very hard to do that at Diamond League because it's a truncated meet as well, and it's hard to even qualify to get to the next round, to get to the Diamond League finals. So that's very, very interesting here. Now, coming back here to Rojas. Rojas jumped on the scene, and guys, really look at Caterine Ibarguen. I didn't even cover even a tip of the iceberg with her because she's been on the scene since 1999 at the South American games, the World Youth Championships, and everything like that. She's been placing in the top 3 since then. So getting back to Rojas, so she actually placed second to Ibarguen at the Rio Olympic Games in the triple jump, and a lot of people actually did not notice her. I noticed that when people were, I think this just goes with the coverage of track and field. As track and field athletics has been getting better coverage since then, in the Rio Olympic Games, they go back to that on YouTube or try to go back to that on World Athletics. Well, World Athletics can't hold it, but on the Olympics channel, and they got like 30 seconds, maybe 2 minutes, and really just highlights of the triple jump. But World Athletics pages for the World Championships after or at London and after, you're seeing like the full event. But before that, you didn't. So sometimes people, they did not notice Rojas at the Olympics, and they didn't notice Ibarguen before, and didn't notice that she was very, very dominant. She was the person to beat. She was the face of triple jump for the women. It was very hard to beat her. Now, Rojas, that comes with a very unique style. I predict that people might actually start imitating her style because they imitate winners. So if they say, wait a minute, she is doing one of her phases different from everybody else, and we would think that she would get longer. That's what a lot of the commentators have been saying. That's what some coaches have been saying. But if she keeps winning like this, people are going to imitate her to see if they start to go further, because she obliterated the world record, and she's very close to her own indoor world record. And this is going to be very interesting. And I think it's not a question of if she does it this year. I think it's a question of when and how far, right? When and how far. And she goes to the Pan American Games and dominates. She said, give me all the championships. She hasn't lost a major championship since 2017, which ironically was at the South American Championships that took place before the World Championships in London. She got second at the South American Championships. If you talk about an international, a complete international, then it's Rio Olympics 2016. Aside from that, she's gotten first at World Championships, first 2017, first at the Indoor World Championships in Birmingham, first at the Pan American Games in 2019, then at the World Championships in Doha. Then she came and topped it off with a world record of 15.67 meters at the Tokyo Olympic Games. Now, I think that here's some things with Rojas that I think here. I don't think there is any other person, and I think you guys can agree with me, that could actually challenge Rojas. Not at all. The only way that she loses is if she gets injured or she's not on her game. And she's got to be way off her game. All right, way off her game. Just like I think it's Mahambo of Germany, that sometimes you just don't know what you're going to get with her. Sometimes you just don't know what you're going to get with her. Like what happened at the last Olympic Games. It happened at the World Championships as well, where it came down to a final jump, and then she got that at the World Championships. But you just don't know what you're going to get with her. And for Rojas, she seems pretty darn consistent. Okay, she seems pretty darn consistent. And when the competition gets tougher, she gets even more tough than the rest of the competition. So with that, I would say the only way she loses is if she defeats herself or she gets injured. I can't even see her losing. She could take it pretty easy. She at the Olympic Games won pretty early. It was like, okay, is anybody else even going to get over 15? The question. And then it was like, hey, let me just, add some more to this world record. So I don't think that's going to happen. Here's a quick note here for the people that always say politics and sports don't go together. So she was criticized before because she spoke about the late Venezuelan president Hugo Chavez for promoting fitness in Venezuela, which allow impoverished citizens like herself to go into sports. Now, a lot of people said it was a forced phone call or something like that, and that Nicolas Maduro, she praised him as well, and she faced criticism in Venezuela. Here's a quick note. There's a lot of propaganda against these nations here, particularly when they're against black people or people that are brown. But I like to say particularly black people that are there. And so when you hear some quote unquote criticism, a lot of times these are people that got paid to do that. You can easily find and track the money. And so although I myself am not really in favor of some socialism things, I understand why certain countries would do that. That's not any of my business. If it allowed people to uplift themselves when they kicked out the Blancos there, and then it started to uplift people out of poverty, and then they had to go ahead and do some things to take out the last president, as they do, and destabilize these countries in South America and Africa. Well, I'm not here about to believe somebody saying, oh yeah, they criticize, and it could or it may or may not have been a forced phone call, and maybe there were some things because the athletes themselves may not agree with it. I just know overall what these leaders were trying to do. So it's a lot of propaganda that's being used. So I just got to say that if you guys keep saying politics and sports don't go together, you're really just lying to yourselves, and you're one of those people that say, I just want to be entertained, I want to forget my life is hard, so I'm gonna go here and pretend like the grass ain't green and the sky isn't blue. So just keep that in mind. But as far as that, Rojas ain't being touched. Rojas isn't being touched. Oh yeah, and by the way, she still is doing long jump. She set a national record in the long jump, so which is a 6.59 meter jump, and that was set in Valencia in 2020. So this is going to be interesting. Is she doing the long jump so that she could potentially medal in that? This is the bonus at the end of this. What do you guys think? Because I know Ibarguen really didn't try to stop doing her high jump. She was doing high jump, long jump, and triple jump. Then she winded up doing high jump and triple jump. And then when she stopped doing high jump, she started winning in triple jump. But she would still do the long jump and everything. So yeah. Also, that was the indoor. Now the national record, which would be outdoor national record, she has a 6.88 national record. And then that's for outdoor, and that was set in 2021. What do you guys think? Because her long jump ain't too shabby itself, actually. And if she could get that and improve that a little bit more, she's actually going to be able to compete with the other ladies. Now, wouldn't that be very interesting? Her going and her triple jump is so good, she might just have to do one jump. She's in the lead for everybody else, and they got to hope and pray for the stars in order to get to her. And then in the long jump, she can focus on that and say, okay, I got to try real hard in this one. She's got to try hard in both. But because she just so springy, she could just, boom, pop out something after she's made it to the finals, of course. And then focus on the long jump. What do you guys think? I think that would be crazy if she can get a gold in the long and the triple jump. Matter of fact, I need to look at who's gotten a gold in the long and triple jump at the Olympics for the women. Or at the World Championships, and I don't know. I can't recall anybody ever being able to do that as far as the women have contested. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm going to look at that. I will talk to you all on the next Track Talk Radio. Peace.